Why are you depressed? I don't mean that question like a therapist might. I don't mean it like a parent who's trying to fix you. I mean it like someone who sat in the same dark room with no light, no sound, and the only presence being the echo of their own thoughts. Why are you depressed? If you're here, maybe you're looking for an answer. Or maybe, like I once did, you're just looking for someone to ask the question in the way that you wish someone had asked you. I felt it, trust me. The heaviness, the confusion, that strange numb ache that lives in your chest but somehow clouds your mind. I've walked around smiling in public but silently wondering what the point of it all was. And for the longest time I didn't even know why. And maybe you don't either. So let's talk. Depression isn't just sadness. It's not just crying in your room or feeling down after a bad day. Sometimes it's feeling nothing at all. Sometimes it's going through life like you're underwater, watching everyone else swim freely while you slowly sink. So why are you depressed? That question doesn't always have a clean answer. Sometimes it's biology. Our brains literally misfiring signals, lacking chemicals like serotonin and dopamine. Other times it's trauma, loneliness, burnout, heartbreak, or shame. And sometimes it's not one big thing. It's 1,000 little things that stack up until the weight becomes unbearable. But here's something we don't talk about enough. You might be depressed because you've been surviving for so long. You forgot what living feels like. You might be depressed because the world taught you that your worth is tied to your productivity. And now you feel like a failure for simply being tired. You might be depressed because you were never shown how to process pain, or rest, or even feel. I remember days when I thought I had no right to be depressed. I had a roof over my head, I had food, a job, people who I loved, and who loved me too. So I thought to myself, maybe I'm just being dramatic. But invalidating our pain doesn't make it go away. It just buries it deeper. There was a time when I would wake up and immediately feel dread, not about anything in particular, just life. I would scroll, distract, binge watch, and avoid. And every night I would go to bed with this dull ache, whispering, maybe tomorrow will feel different. But it didn't. Not until I started asking deeper questions. Not how do I stop feeling this way? No, not about that. But about what this feeling was really trying to show me. Sometimes depression is your mind and body's way of saying, hey, something isn't right. You've been pretending for far too long. You've been carrying too much. It's not weakness, it's a signal. So let's go deeper. Why are you depressed? Maybe because you've been living someone else's version of success. Maybe because your heart has been broken in ways you never fully grieved. Maybe because you were taught to be strong, but not how to heal. Maybe because you feel unseen, unheard, and unknown. Or maybe, and this one cuts deep, maybe you are not depressed. Maybe you're just disconnected from yourself, from your purpose, from your emotions, from the version of you that once believed in something bigger. And here's the twist most people don't tell you. Sometimes healing doesn't look like joy. It looks like reconnecting. It looks like being still enough to hear your own voice again. Now here's the good news. Depression is not your identity. It's not your future. It's not your forever. It's a chapter, a storm, a moment of disconnection in a life that can be rewired, reimagined, and rebuilt. And no, the answers would come overnight. But the moment you stop judging yourself from feeling and start listening to what your soul is saying, that's when things begin to shift. So start small today. Get sunlight, drink water, talk to someone you trust, write a book, rest if you can, cry if you need to, not to fix yourself, but to feel again. And if no one else says this to you, let me be the first to say, you are not weak, you are not broken, you are not alone. So I ask again, why are you depressed? Maybe it's because life has worn you down. Maybe it's because you've been trying to hold it all together while silently falling apart. Maybe it's because deep down you know something needs to change. And maybe that change starts now. Not with a miracle, not necessarily with a sudden rush of joy, but with a whisper, a breath, a moment of honesty. You are not depressed because you are hopeless. You are depressed because you are human. And because somewhere deep down, you are still searching for something real. And let me tell you, that search is not invalid. That search is worth it. So stay curious, stay here, because you matter. This has been Not Depressed, Just Clueless. And maybe, just maybe, we're starting to understand ourselves after all. So if this video has helped you in any way, please subscribe to my channel, like and share to someone who might also need this information. Till we see again in my next video, God bless you.